So the police investigation has revealed that Maxmuti, who coerced Tursun into joining the Jihadi Migration, has actually close ties with an overseas terror organization. Although he was directly responsible for changing the course of Tursun's life, Maxmuti himself hid behind the scenes until he was arrested. So, what activities did this foreign terror organization carry out under the banner of the so-called Jihadi Migration? What criminal acts did it commit behind the scenes?
Yeah. Yeah.
Eventually, the child complies with the adult's request and picks up the gun. The video was filmed by Azad, a member of the East Turkestan Islamic Movement terrorist organization. The two boys practicing shooting are his sons, the oldest being only 6 at the time. The terrified child heard off-screen crying for her mother. This is 1.5-year-old daughter. In another video clip, the following conversation takes place between father and son. The older of the two children is barely 5, and the younger can't even walk. The mud brick house seen behind them is the family home. The only toys they seem to have are their father's guns. At this foreign terrorist base, innocent children are being trained to commit terrorist attacks.
Kur'an etişini bilemsiz?
Ben Kur'an etişini bilmem.
Kayıs Kur'anlarını etip baktınız?
Ben avtomat tabanca Kur'an'ı attım.
We go to fight in the war, at the front line, and they will stay at home. The pistol is hung on the wall. They can't go about not knowing how to shoot the gun, so I've got to teach them. Numerous sources confirm that this foreign terrorist organization has a policy of training children to perpetrate violent terrorist attacks. In a video filmed in the year 2000, a leading member of East Turkestan Islamic Movement at the time, Mutalib Hassin, who was subsequently captured, talks about an encounter between Hassan Mahsum, the then leader of East Turkestan Islamic Movement, and Osama bin Laden.
He said we must take these kids and teach them to make explosives. Then we took them to bin Laden's camp. Bin Laden was there. I didn't go up and greet him, but he was only 5 or 6 meters away.
The organization doesn't allow children to sing children's songs. When they open their mouths, what comes out are the so-called jihadi songs. Even the cartoons they watch are full of slaughter.
The cartoons are doctored. Basically, they are made by extremists. For instance, the war in Chechnya is turned into a cartoon.
If we stay here, the children will definitely become jihadis.
The children are systematically brainwashed. According to the organization's rules, boys, when they turn 7, will be sent to a so-called school, where they will receive a closeted education. Ablimit sent his son to one, and was shocked when the boy returned home 2 weeks later.
When he came back, he had constant diarrhea, his trousers were soiled, his hair was filthy, and he was painfully thin.
My son was too young. The streets weren't so well lit at night as they're in Urumqi. It was completely dark outside, and he was afraid to go to the bathroom. He stayed inside and soiled his bed.
So, what do these so-called schools really teach? A video on East Turkestan Islamic Movement's own website reveals the answer.
Şu kapırlarını mukaddes vatanımız Şarkı Türkistan'dan heyde çıkartırlar.
The person on the screen styles himself as a military instructor. He conceals his identity from beginning to end. Throughout the 5-minute video, one word is repeated more than any other: sacrifice.
With no teaching of knowledge or ethics, these children grow up in such an environment. Growing up in such a horrible environment, they're bound to become mindless robots, doing whatever they're told without thinking of the consequences.
Uakıtın oylamaydı.